Hi there, it's Nurture Handmade. My name is Natalie. Welcome to my channel and thank you to all the new subscribers. I'm excited on the journeys we're going to take. All things garment sewing and progressing our skills, as well as all kinds of other fun tidbits, like today, for example. I have 3 ideas for video, and so we'll see how much I get through today. Number one, I wanted to share my favorite sewing room organization ideas that I've come up with or maybe have gotten from other folks on YouTube or Pinterest. And so I was going to run through with a video of what I have here going on and what works. And it's always a work in progress, no matter how organized you get. There's every time you get a big project going on, everybody who's done it before knows it's going to be a big bomb went off situation. So I'm just encouraging myself and everybody else to understand that, and you'll clean it up later. So having systems in place helps me get things back in order pretty quick. So number one thing I want to share is I came up with this idea of these 2 yards on the top, length by 2 yards on the top, sewing cutting tables, and they're on wheels, which I sourced, I believe, on Amazon, and they're very heavy duty locking wheels that I needed to be small. I had a certain height in mind for my tables. Those are 2 inches tall. And my friend Dave the builder came over and he made the platform for these basic Calyx units that I had. And I only had to buy like 4 of these 4x4s to make this work because I had a lot. But if you notice and look closely, they don't match. So I was fine with that. Someday I may get Virgo about it and paint those all. Truth be told, I've already bought the paint, but it's not a high priority. So I have 2 of these tables, as you can see, and I decided that I was going to store mostly my wovens, and I did it by color, and some are by weight. So bottom weight fabrics are in these 2, and otherwise these are all like blouse and dress weight, mostly color coded. And I do have shears. That one's all shears. And then I have, as you can see, every side of it has storage. And what's cool is if I pull these middle baskets out, there's actually, that's where I put quilt batting, because where do you store that stuff? So anything that's giant, like the foams, the pillows, if I'm going to make pillows, I put all of the blank pillows in there. And on this table, I just bought a nice basic Dritz. This is my second one. They get messed up. I like how big they are, and they're not expensive. So I have measuring boards. This one is my favorite, though, because it has galvanized steel underneath that I got from Lowe's. And so I can use these magnets that are really strong from holding my patterns and fabrics down. Works awesome. So anything magnetic that I want to keep track of, I keep it on that guy. And another favorite thing about these awesome tables, I also can move them all around the room, and I have my whips. I had him build, I believe this is 6 inches. So I could keep whips in these Dollar Tree baskets. They fit perfect. So those are for like soup cozies, whatever project. And I'm not really doing a lot of small project. This is underwear and bras. Not doing a ton. So eventually I might like to use those for things that are garment related. But as you can see, I have lots and lots. So So let's see, 2 of the sides are whip friendly, let's say, and then 2 of the sides have the overhang bar, so I can use them for sewing, if that makes any sense. And I have guests come over and we sew together. And like my friend Lori is on this side, and I have a little step stool for her pedal. You can see that works out. There's my sewing station. I pretty much stay in the same spot, and I just wheel my chair back and forth, and then I got my wonderful, glorious cover stitch machine on this side, and when Lori's not here, I use that extra chair. Okay, another thing that's really working for me are my big 5 patterns go in these binders, and I've separated knit dresses, knit tops, knit pants are somewhere over here. Then menswear wovens are over here, purses, kid stuff, and then I have some TNTs. I have, for some reason, a lot of jumpsuits, so I have one just for jumpsuits down there. And then I have a Style Arc bin that's chock full because I love Style Arc, and then other PDFs that I like. And then this guy is for traced and cut out. And I use, this bin is the one I have all of my, oops, go back, different envelopes I like to put things in. And I also have, I call them giant Ziplocs. I've got project bags galore, but these are like, I believe they're like 5 and 10 gallon, some huge amount of a giant Ziploc. And so then what I do is I hang them up on some pattern hooks, which I can show you here in a bit. For my indie patterns, I like to look at the art, and I like a hard copy if I can. So I just group them together. One of my basic organizing skills is just groupings, I call it, when I'm trying to explain organizing to people who ask. And yes, I do have people that ask. Groupings is the easiest thing. Like if you golf and you have golf stuff in 10 places, and then you add into it other tools in 10 places, then you have a mess. But if you keep it grouped in one area, you're going to have an easier time sorting. And so I've got Chalk and Notch, Megan Nielsen, Tilly. This one's just stuff I'm interested in that I've pulled out. I really want to make one of these little Peter Pan collars. I got my Friday. Lovely. Found a lot of paper cut patterns, hard copy. And I know they're discontinued, so I'm feeling really lucky. These were all from the Goodwill. And these white ones were from Pendleton. Woolen Mills was having a giant sale. I got them all for $6 each. And this one I did order because I want to make that. So I found a hard copy somewhere in the United States and ordered it. Then I've got my closet core down here. Okay, so this makes me very happy. I'm a very visual person, and so I love a vision board. And so it just came to me to start using the actual patterns for my vision board for sewing. I mean, it's almost too simple, but yeah, and it changes all the time. One of the things I have to be careful for is not feeling like this turns into like pressure and have to. It has to be a want to keep the joy alive. So I take things down if it's been up there too long. It's just not going to happen right now, and that's okay. So right now, what I really want to make for a trip that's coming up, hey Stitch Fest, I'm coming for you in London. I want to make this little traveler sling by Can Do Patterns. Excited about that. Some of the others, just briefly, I want to make the Magic Pants by Ann Tilly. Of course, that little control panel in the front. I want to make the load-ins. Haven't made those yet. Believe it or not, I haven't made the Jara. I love this McCall's pattern, M8146. Definitely on my list. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you get the idea. Oh yeah, I also want to make the regalia with this amazing rayon. That's so cool, which I got from Social Studies in Milwaukee, Oregon. Recommend checking out that shop, a small business owned by Suzanne, very helpful woman. She also rents her machines by the hour. Fabulous place. I keep my AO rolled up traceable patterns in this plain old basket. I kind of like the way it looks. Another thing that works in here is my knits. You saw where my wovens were, but I have this unit right here that's just all knits. Wish I had tidied it up a little bit more because it's out of control. So I'm trying to do big projects like jumpsuits and stuff. Eat up some of that awesome fabric because I really, really want to go shopping when I go to London, but I have to make some space. Another thing that really works is this rolling rack for clothes that my friend Susie, who used to own my gym, Rivet Gym, right by my house, gave me. And it works out awesome. And here's some of my recent makes. Really excited about it. I'll pop a picture of me in this because I'm pretty happy. I just made this rowy knit top. Super flattering. I think anybody would look good in it. I made the another mood Sunday romper in this faux denim knit. Very comfortable. Kiara knit dress. Pop a picture up here in a second. Looks way better on. Can't tell how cool it is. Made another wool coat from this amazing Italian boiled wool from Josephine's here in Portland. Pop some pictures up, maybe a video, and then I did a whole bunch of videos on this coat, but I'm just in love with this Lauren jacket, which is also the boiled wool from Josephine's that's originally from Italy. It's freaking gorgeous. And I made headband and I made a hat with the remnants. Have a little bit more to use for patches or some other small projects. So I also recently made this pullover that's just my own design, no big deal, with Pendleton remnants. It's really substantial. And then these are cashmere, a shrunken sweater that I sourced from the bins, beautiful cashmere. And the actual hood that I'm wearing is lined with the body of that same sweater. Pop. Also, before I forget, what I'm wearing is I believe this is the Berta 113 pullover hoodie. I did a couple hacks on it. I added a pocket, got some tape on me, and I did the cashmere lined hood, which was from that shrunken sweater, and I love that bit. I also, nope, that was part of the pattern. I added cuffs. I think that was part of the pattern. Yeah, so love it because it has raglan sleeves. Anything with raglan sleeves I'm a sucker for. I just love the way it feels. And this is a nice faux fur. I did want to include some of the upcoming makes that I want to make besides what I've already mentioned off of my vision board. I want to make the Friday Pattern Company Arlo track jacket. And I already know I'm going to hack it. I'm going to raise the collar because if you've seen any of my videos, I like to have a big giant collar. And I might make it a little bit longer. So I'm excited about that. And this one is I just saw this the other day. It's the Butterick B7064. I'll also put a picture up of that. How cozy does that look? Yeah, it's knit. It's a knit jumpsuit, and it comes in a shorts jumpsuit romper, I guess you call it, too. But I'm definitely interested in the wide leg pullover. It has a really nice scoop neckline in the back. And Butterick, I think you hit the jackpot with this one. It's right up my alley. So those two, and the other one I just was thinking about last night is like very clean looking, like minimalist look of like a t-shirt, sweater, slinky, straight maxi dress. I think I want to try to see if I can take the Skyline tee and just lengthen it and use this it's actually kind of sheer sweater material that I guess you'll just have to wait and see. But I was thinking that'd be fun because I got it on sale from Persnickety Fabrics. They call it a sweater material, but like I said, if you hold it up, it's kind of see through and it's tightly woven, very thin. I think it'll look really cool. So of course I'll wear a slip under it, and I think that will be fun. Hopefully I had some energy in this video. I've worked a really long week and have a little bit more to come. And I still wanted to do a Friday sews. Also, I have a new class of sewists coming up to teach. It's something, people ask me to make them clothes. And I don't know if you guys have this or not, but my little joy meter kind of goes down when and I know people are doing it because they like want to support me and like it feels really good. But like it doesn't feel like joy, so you have to listen to that because I want to keep this something I love. I just love it, love it, love it. And so what does give me joy though is for people to make their own stuff that they love. So if I have I think I've got my list here of about 15 people that are interested. I don't know if they'll be able to make it because I have limited days, and I already have my normal sewing group a lot of them started out as my students, and we've moved into, now we're just sewing buddies, or sewsters as we call ourselves. So we're going to start a new sewing club, and I'm excited. I'm going to start that on the 31st, and I'll be excited to see which of the people on the list can make it. So it's just one of those great things to watch someone go, I can't believe I made this. It's awesome. Yeah, so I think I covered a lot. Hopefully you were able to follow along. I know I'm talking kind of fast. I'm really conscious that this is a really long video. But I hope you were able to glean some good nuggets for organization. I also should mention I have a wiper board, and I love to write on paper. So I write my lists out of things I'm dreaming about, and then oftentimes I do two things off of it, and that's fine. I can get rid of it. So brains on paper, my mom used to call it. It still works. What else can I tell you? I hope this finds you well. Hopefully you are finding wonderful ways to find your inner peace in a world that's gone farking crazy, and still paying enough attention to know what's going on, but don't lose yourself if possible. Who am I to say what's right for you? But for me, that's what's right for me. We will talk soon. Peace out.